Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this part of this week's episode of the podcast. With the MLB trade deadline today, I am doing a two-part episode of the podcast. This part is going to be covering non-MLB news, just the NFL news. Not that much to go over, but we'll be covering it. And then tomorrow will be all MLB weekly recap, all the trades from the trade deadline, which has gone crazy to this point, and then the schedule for Wednesday's games. Basically just the usual MLB stuff. If you are new here, subscribe to the channel down below and leave a notification bell on so you're notified when I go live or post a video. I do have news. I have confirmed Scott Efros will be coming on the podcast, but it's going to have to wait till the season is over, which now got actually a longer wait because he just got traded. I'll be talking about that in tomorrow's episode. Tomorrow will be a stream. It's just that with how short there is of outside of MLB news, I wanted to do this in a video instead of streaming it. Other than that, no other news regarding the podcast itself or in general. So let's get into the NFL news. So last time we talked about Kyler Murray getting a contract, and originally when he had a contract, he had a thing of he had to do 4 hours of film study every week. But the Cardinals ended up dropping that part of the contract since last episode, which it kind of makes you wonder why it was even there in the first place. Like, does he not do good at film study? Is it something he needs? Like, it kind of was a head scratcher, but I don't know. It's still weird. DK Metcalf finally got paid by Seattle, getting a 3-year, $72 million contract, $58.2 million guaranteed, and $30 million signing bonus. At this point, he pretty much wasn't going to get traded, and it was the right thing for Seattle to give him the money. Good job by Seattle for finally doing that. Deebo Samuel also getting paid instead of being traded by San Francisco 49ers, 3 years, $73.55 million with $58.1 million guaranteed. Nice payday for him. It's kind of interesting because there was hot call all the way up until now, basically, that he was going to get traded and it just never happened. The Deshaun Watson case finally got settled, though the NFL could still end up trying to push for a full season, as that's what they want, or 12 games at least. But the verdict from Sue Robinson is, for right now, he will be suspended 6 games. And the 6 games he will be missing is opening week against the Panthers, home opener against the Jets, Steelers at home, Falcons on the road, Chargers at home, Patriots at home. And his first game as a member of the Cleveland Browns will be Week 7 against the Baltimore Ravens. And his first home game, fittingly enough, will be Week 8, Monday Night Football, Halloween night against the Bengals. I'm happy that this is pretty much done with. I personally don't think the NFL will go and try to add more to it, being that this is the first time Sue Robinson has been involved in these suspensions. But then again, NFL could be very surprising. A lot of people have been arguing, but at the end of the day, like, NFL was not going to win this thing no matter what the verdict was, because either it would be too much or, like, it was not going to be a win-win situation for the NFL. But also a lot of people are like, he only gets 6 games, but Calvin Ridley, why did I say Murray? I don't know. Calvin Ridley, who was just doing betting, got suspended for a full year. It's the NFL. I don't know. It's definitely crazy. But here's like the thing. And like at first when I heard about this from someone, I was like, I'm not sure. And then I was like, you know what? Actually, that is a fair point. And that's NFL supposed to hold like owners to a higher standard, and yet there are multiple owners that have gotten nothing for not necessarily exact same, but very similar actions. Snyder, hashtag Dan Snyder, for example. But it's just, It definitely is whack, but again, it was going to be a lose-lose situation for the NFL either way. And then news that came today from outside of all of the MLB news that's happened today. The Dolphins had to forfeit their 2023 first-round pick and 2024 third-round pick, and owner Stephen Ross is suspended through October 17, 2022 after a league investigation on, one, if they violated league tampering rules with QB Tom Brady and former New Orleans Saints head coach Sean Payton while they were both under contract with with other clubs, and two, if they intentionally lost games during the 2019 season to improve its draft position. And that is all the news outside of baseball. Dolphins thing is definitely interesting, but then again, I don't know a lot of details much about it outside of that. Thanks for watching. If you are new, subscribe to the channel, leave a notification bell on so you're notified when I go live or post a video. And if you can't watch via YouTube, I am on audio as well. Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and etc. Follow my podcast on there. Leave a review. Hit the notification bell on so you're notified when I post on there as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for the live stream covering all MLB news between games and trade talk. Bye!